Hi everyone, it's Angela Dahlgren and welcome to my channel. It's been a minute that I've been on YouTube. I definitely have taken a few months off, but I am starting my own channel. It's very weird to me. I lost a lot of sleep over it last night thinking about filming today. But I have my coffee in my Haunted Mansion cup and I am ready to go. I wanted to give a special thank you to Dave and Brandy from the Brandy and Dave YouTube channel for giving me the push I needed to actually start filming. Do you know how hard it is to actually set up the camera and film when you are so nervous about it? Oh my gosh, it's like darn near impossible. But they gave me the push I needed, so thank you, you two. You are the greatest. So today is a special day for me. I am planning a trip to Walt Disney World for me and my sister-in-law. Last year we went on our very first girls trip, mom's trip, no kids trip, and it was wonderful, so we thought we would do the same thing again. And I thought that I would kind of bring you through the process of what it's like planning a Disney trip, you know, from start to finish, if that's something you'd be interested in. So in this video, I wanted to do something a little different. I want to show you how much I am spending on my trip to Disney. Sometimes you see people going to Disney a lot, you know, I'm included in that, and no one really talks about how much it costs and what they're spending, and then it's hard to know what to budget personally, or you're wondering what their budgeting hacks are. So I thought that maybe if I share my experience, it might help you out. So let me know if that's helpful to you. Also, little disclaimer, this is what I choose to spend my money on. It might seem ridiculous to you, but it's my own personal choice. My husband chooses to spend his vacation time climbing mountains. I choose to spend mine going to Disney, and then we do family trips together, and he and I do getaway trips together. So this is just my personal love, my personal happiness and vacation time, and everyone has their own. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so I'm home, I have my coffee, my son is at preschool, and we are ready to book a room. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of show you like a screen grab of what I'm doing, and then I'm gonna talk through what I'm doing. Does that sound good? All right, let's do it that way. I'm gonna get a sip first. Editing Angela here. I did blur out my flight information and my travel dates because this is the internet, but I did keep in what rooms I chose. I tried to make the blurring and pixelating as inconspicuous as I could, but I did blur those out. But yes, let's continue. All right, so here's the deal. I have to type in my dates, which I've already been doing because I knew what time of year I was gonna go. So it's the for 2 adults. We'll just go with all resorts to see what's available. Ooh, look at this. We got some Pop Century business here. Okay, 5th through the 9th. So, if you're scrolling, it looks like none of those values that I got really excited about are available, which is a bummer because we were really hoping to do that. If you look here, Art of Animation is $487 a night, which means that family suites are available. I'll show you here. I have stayed in a family suite. I've stayed in a car suite twice. They are incredible, and I highly suggest doing that if you are a family of like 6. Well, okay, so at sleep 6, you would get crowded, but if there's like little people, if you have little tiny offspring and zygotes, it would be plenty. My family of 4 was very comfortable, and yeah, so I think you would be fine. But let's see, let's go back. So it looks like I'm very limited then, aren't I? I'm very limited in where I can stay. Now let's see, I could do a split stay, in theory, right? I could do a split stay. I'm really not gonna do a deluxe. I'm also, I don't know if you guys know this, I'm a Disney Vacation Club member. So I could just choose to use my DVC points for a villa at some point. We are going to Alani towards the end of the year, end of the summer. So we're using our DVC points for Alani. All right, well, let's do this. Let's do a split stay. Let's see what it is for see what's available. Yeah, see, so I could do that here then. They have the Little Mermaid room. See, that's a good deal then. So the question here is, I'm totally fine doing Art of Animation the first 2 nights. Little Mermaid room is fine, but then is the big question. And I just gotta see what's available. You know, I don't want to do deluxe, we know that. I could stay off property, but I really like the amenities of staying on property. And I just want you to know that all of this is my preference and it's what I choose to spend my money on. So I know that by putting myself out on YouTube, there is going to be judgment and I'm fine with that. But you know, it is what I choose to spend my money on. I choose to stay on property. I know staying on off property would be cheaper. I have stayed off property before over the years. We've stayed with family. My husband and I just stayed at a non-Disney resort in December. But this time, you know, it's my sister-in-law and we both love Disney so much and this is what we choose to do. And you guys get me. You get it. We all spend our money differently. It's what we save on. So, okay. So Port Orleans French Quarter is open, which I love. It's like my favorite moderate. Port Orleans French Quarter is my favorite moderate because it's quiet. They have the beignets.
Beignets.
I love jazz music. I grew up singing vocal jazz, and at my high school, jazz was just a really big part of the music department. I was a part of a winter drum line where we did jazz music. Our marching band, you guys don't care about my musical history. Moving on. Do I do it? Do I do it? Okay, so here's my dilemma. We were gonna go in March over my birthday, so we were gonna go next month. The flights would have been more expensive, the crowds would have been higher, but we would have gotten to stay in a Pop Century room the entire time. Now, by going, crowds are gonna be lower, the flights are gonna be cheaper, but now I have this dilemma of like moderate in value. See, these are just the things that go on in my head when I'm planning a Disney trip. I write it all down, I price it all out. I've done all this stuff before, so I don't know, now it's just time to pick. This is the stuff that goes in my head. I know I'm rambling, I know it's annoying. Believe me, my husband gets an earful. So whatever you're hearing now, he gets like 10 times more of it. So now it's just like, choose. Just do it. I'm gonna go for it. I think I'm gonna go for it. I'm going to do the Garden View. There is a 5-day cancellation policy, so if I don't feel good sitting on this, I can always cancel. And if I find a better deal later on down the line, which I really hope I do, that's another option. Also, my birthday is coming up and I already told everyone just get me Disney gift cards. So that is a way that you can pay for the room. Disney gift cards can be used on anything at Disney property. That includes meals and rooms and tickets, paying for your tickets. So just keep that in mind. I'm gonna do it though. I'm gonna do it because I've been following this for the past few days and the rooms just keep getting taken up. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do it. So normally we book our flight first and then the room, but because of this offer that Disney has going on, and I've seen over the past week these rooms filling up, I just wanted to get that figured out. I knew the flights would still be there. Okay, so again, I've been doing comparisons over the past few days and I knew that Delta was gonna be the same price as Sun Country. Those are the two airlines that here in Minnesota, we personally primarily fly. We have a Delta card, so we try to fly Delta when we can because we get miles for it. And then in return, the more miles we get, then we can fly for free when we redeem our miles. You guys know how it works. So we are going to now buy a flight. So again, looking at, and I'm looking for 2 passengers. Okay, here we go. So I know that we want to go early because we just like to be there. We don't care if we have to wake up at 4 in the morning. We just want to be at Disney as early as we can. So I know that we're gonna do the 7 a.m. flight. I fly basic economy. I don't care where I sit because it's not like I need to be by my kids in this situation. So I'm okay accepting those restrictions. I know we're going, whatever. Okay. So we could either fly home at 8 a.m. or 6:40 p.m. to keep it in that 2:32 range. I'm cheap, I don't like spending money. Is this like a Midwestern thing? I feel like the Midwestern thing is being like, oh, I got a great deal and telling people about your great deals. Or maybe that's just my family. I don't know. Tell me if you live in the Midwest, if that's just an Angela thing or if that's a Midwestern thing. But I don't like spending money. So if I can find a good affordable flight, your girl will. So yes, this is the longest we'll have been gone or I will have ever been gone away from my family. When I did work trips, I was only gone for like 3 or 4 days and that was max because I don't like being away from my kids. I miss them so much. They're just like my little tiny humans. I love them. But yeah, this will be 5 days. it's gonna be a long time. Like the mom guilt is hitting me hard. Let me know if that has been a thing for you, because like I had to have conversations with my husband and my mom about it yesterday because it was bad. All right, this looks good. So the flights are booked, the rooms are booked. I would have ideally liked to stay in one place, but these things happen, you know? And it's good to stay at different hotels because then you get a taste of different hotels and resorts, and that's fun. And it's just the two of us, you know? If we had kids and we had to move them around, then that would have been a little more logistical, but this is fun and I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, French Quarter is one of my favorite moderates. It is my favorite moderate. So I'm happy that I get to revisit it after, gosh, not being there since probably 2013. It was my baby moon, so that's how long it's been. My daughter's 6 now. As far as transparency, because I said I was gonna do that when it comes to budget, my flight was $232.80. I found that extremely reasonable. The cheapest flight I've gotten, I think, is like $150, which is very, very reasonable, very inexpensive, but this was fine. I'm happy with that. My total for rooms, Art of Animation, turned out to be $472.50 for 2 nights, and French Quarter was $661.50 for 2 nights. So that was a little pricey, but you know, it's how it worked out. I've gotten better rates before, but I've also, you know, paid more before. So that turns out to be $567 a person for the room, plus $232 for the flights. So there's your math right there. I said I would be honest, and then we both have annual passes, so we're saving on tickets right there. So those are the 2 big expenses, all done and over with. If you like this video and you want me to continue kind of showing you the process of planning a trip, I can show you when I make my fast passes, dining reservations, even picking out a magic band. I mean, kind of underwhelming, but I can definitely do that. And if you're wondering about the paint swatches behind me, that is a whole nother thing that I'm gonna get into in another video. But that's all I have for today. Thank you for giving this video a chance. Thank you for giving me a chance. I really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe if you want to. If not, no big deal. I'll see you next time. Bye.